Somebody pray for me. It been a day for me. Yeah, yeah.
Before I even start on this, I need you guys just to go down in the description and check out the website, because I had finally done a merch drop where I have clothing and everything like that. It'd mean a bunch to me if you guys can just go down and check that out. Here's one of the t-shirts, the racing team t-shirt. We got the Mott Boys racing team, and then the new Mott Boys logo on the back right here. Big old Mott Boys smiley right on the back piece. Make sure you guys go down in the description and check that out. It's probably been out for a while now since I'm posting this video, because I'm just adding these E36 clips along the way, but fuel lines were stiff, boy. Fuel lines right there. This one's a lot smaller than this one is, but it looks like that's why this sleeve's here. It looks like something like this situation goes down. Got this one out, and it was like a pain in the ass to get this to unclip. Got that, and then this one has like a rubbery sleeve on it, I'm assuming. Seems a little sketchy to me though, so I might run a hose clamp around this as well. Alright, got a little hose clamp on there just for my safety. Got this wired in and got this all hooked up now with my hose clamp on there. Got this hose clamp just resting on there now, and gonna plug it in and clamp it up. Alright, so this is with the new Walbro piece in there. Hose clamped. I had to cut the line a bunch, but now it's directly into there instead of having the squiggly one it had before. Alright, fuel pump's in the car now, so that's ready for next time when it's time to get the E36 started. Well, the only reason I don't want to start it right now is because it was blowing oil at the back of the turbo last time like that, because the turbo seals are bad, and I have my exhaust and my downpipe on right now, and the last thing I want to do is just pour oil into my fresh exhaust. Alright, we're jumping straight into it today. I have not had motivation to work on the E36, sadly, for like the last month since I picked it up. Picking it up from my buddy's house. When he redid the front end, I was already kind of, once it was gone for like a month at his house, I lost motivation during the 1J swap, and I got addicted to some of the bike projects, especially the stroker, and then I got the Banshee, and that got right in the way of this, because I'll talk about that later. I decided I'm going to use this motivation I have right now, tear this whole front end apart so I can pull the motor. I want to reseal the bottom of the oil pan, the actual pan itself, because I saw what the issue was. I was wondering why it was leaking, because I just did the Toyota Bond stuff on it and sealed it. But if you really can't see right now, but my power steering rack basically had a bolt that was going up, and it had a nut on the other side. Well, the bolt was too long and it was poking out a little bit, and when I set my motor down and bolted it down, it like bent the pan a tiny bit on the lip, and I think that opened the seal and it was leaking oil out the sides. So I'm gonna pull the motor, reseal that, because after my friend did all the work, obviously we had to mess up the engine bay a little bit. So respray the engine bay, reseal the motor, put it back in. I also have to change the turbo on it, so that's why I'm gonna pull the motor too, just make it way easier. Oh shit, that's rough. You can see it a lot better now. The fab work that was done completely cut the frame rails out, which these frame rails are really weak to begin with, so this actually strengthened it a lot, even though it kind of looks sketch how there's not that much left. It's completely boxed in, it's gusseted, it's boxed, it's a cross member, has support from the shock towers. This thing is like a solid loop right here, so it's strong going front to back because the gussets, it's side to side strong because the sides shock tower, it's dialed. So pulled that out. We also got these, you already seen that, but this is where the bottom of the radiator sits. This is the bottom of the intercooler mounts, all gusseted, dimpled. Alright, so basically the plan now is to disconnect the wiring harness. I just pulled the catch can out and a few other things like the downpipe and just some and fuel lines. Also, I need to mount my fuel pressure regulator, mount it in here and figure out, make sure all the fuel lines work. So fuel pressure regulator is going to go about here. I probably might put the intercooler pipe back on to make sure it clears the blow-off valve, which goes right here. Do that, pull all the wiring, pull the motor, reseal the oil pan, and paint this at the same time, and throw it all back together. All right, boys, I just had some motivation to come out here and grind out the E36. So I put it on jacks. I undid everything from underneath the car, as in the exhaust. Oh, here's a good look at the exhaust too that my friend made. She's pretty. Stainless, baby. But anyways, dropped the exhaust, which is all V-bands. So that was really, really easy. So we got the downpipe still on there. I just undid the clutch line because I actually got a new clutch line, which is a one-piece clutch line from the actual cylinder, from the clutch right here all the way back to the slave cylinder on the trans. One piece instead of the hard line that's there. Instead of the hard line that runs right there underneath and then goes back. And when you do a swap with the giant adapter plate you run, that line's super tight. Like right now, if I didn't have like solid style mounts and I had play, it would probably rip my clutch line out. So I did like that temporary just to set it in the car, but I knew I was going to eventually have to go this route. So I got an extended one from Chase Bays. Pretty much everything in here is Chase Bays. I got the Chase Bays brake booster delete right here. Chase Bays brake lines all around. Chase Bays power steering lines, pretty much everything Chase Bays. Chase Bays hydro, Chase Bays hydro with their cables. Chase Bays just makes really, really good quality stuff. So I'm always stoked when I get their stuff and it just looks good. So shout out Chase Bays. But anyways, yeah, so I disconnected the harness. Nothing's connected right now. I got the hoist hooks on the engine right now. So it's going to be quick and easy. All you got to do is undo the trans mount and pull the motor. So power steering reservoir, everything's going. So that means tomorrow I plan on pulling the motor out, prepping the bay for paint, probably paint the bay, and then I'll probably just set the motor in for now. And then I got to go sometime this weekend, reseal the oil pan, probably going to put a new fuel filter in, put in the new clutch line. Oh, and also put on the new turbo while it's out of the car, because that would be way easy. So buy the stock turbo for my friend, throw that new turbo on, since it'll be easier while it's out of the car. And I also have a new turbo feed line. I'm stoked to get back to work on the E36. Hopefully we can grind this out to get the engine bay finalized so I can finish everything with the motor and get this thing running real soon. So also I have a big surprise for the wheels in these boxes, because I don't even think I still haven't shown these wheels. I've had these wheels for like months now, since Black Friday. So soon we'll be back, boys. Until next time, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more on the E36 build.